thing is, if you deserve to be a millionaire, if you deserve to be a strong person, if you deserve to be the most smartest person, if you just deserve all the worldly treasures, right? You would have had it. So one thing I wish I did from sending out more than 41,287 messages or emails is I wish I self-analyzed and realized that the problem was with me. Because even if I did get a high paying client, I didn't have the skills. I didn't look like I had the skills. I didn't even look like I knew what I was doing. I literally just only had banner images I got from Pinterest and I posted words. I would not attract a high paying client doing that. See, sometimes God can not give you some blessings because he sees the way you will handle it in the future. If he saw that you would be a drunkard, you would be a stripper or whatever, if you had money, he will try to prolong that journey of you receiving it. So I wish I understood that the reason why I'm taking long to even get responses back or getting positive feedback, I wish I realized that the problem was because it was me. Because some people were even swearing at me. And I wish I could just be like, maybe what? 41,000 people are not the problem. It's me. And the reason why I'm not maybe getting clients at that time, I wish I was just like, I need to change. I need to be worthy of that person getting clients. I need to be, I need to look professional. I need to actually be worthy of this thing. And it would have saved me so much time because you have to understand that the people who are worthy of those things, they're not scrolling all day, for example, if they wanted to be a millionaire. And the people who deserve high paying clients, they don't just have a picture of Pinterest and things like that. They're out there posting content. They're out there looking professional and all of that. So I just wish I just looked at myself and blamed myself because the reason you're not getting clients is because you don't look like you deserve one. You don't look like you're professional. You don't look like you know what you're doing. And there's a reason why people are not replying to you. And one thing I also wish I knew is there was an instance where I was outreaching to one client and he was like, since you know so much about marketing, why don't you do that for yourself? And I was like, this hurts, but it's true. See, there was even an ad yesterday that was saying that the person was claiming that they will increase their social media following. And that person who was running that ad only had 1,300 followers. And then you look at them like, you are saying you will increase other people's followers, but you can't even increase your own. That's so stupid. Okay, let's say you stink and you go to some person and then you ask them, do I stink? And then they say, yeah, you stink. And then you go to the next person and then they say, yeah, you stink. Okay. Maybe they might be lying. Two people might be lying. But if you go to 41,287 people and they all say you stink, you most likely stink. So what I'm getting into this is that the reason why you're probably getting left on scene is because your messaging sucks. You just suck. You are bad. There's something that you have a problem with and you need to fix. Because when you do things like that, you're being a hypocrite. You're literally lying to their face. You cannot say, I will help you get in shape, but you're not in shape. So I wish I could have also practiced what I preach. And you cannot come up to someone saying, I will write your emails for you, I'll do copywriting for you, I'll do email marketing for you, landing pages, blah, blah, blah. But you don't even have one. Not only don't you have your own, but you don't even have an example of you doing it for other people. What's the likelihood of you even getting a client that way? And even if you do, you don't, that person isn't a good client. They will probably not pay you as much, or they will just abuse you with a lot of work, whatever. But it just also applies to life, right? If you're a trash person, if you smoke, if you drink, and all of that, and then you say that you want a good Christian person as your significant other, you're not gonna get that person because you don't deserve them. And even if you do, it's most likely not gonna last. You're just gonna make a fool of yourself, and you're gonna just bring down your whole reputation. So practice what you preach. Stop being a hypocrite. If you do websites for people, have a website of your own. Just talk the walk the talk, whatever. And yeah, so I have 4 steps I wish I knew that I will explain now. And one of them is I stopped acting like a desperate ex. What do I mean by this? Usually, someone who is so worthless, not in that way, but someone who doesn't respect themselves would usually be so desperate that they don't mind losing their they don't mind losing their self-respect. They don't care. They just want that person back. I want you back, no matter what. Please reply to me. Hey, do you want to get on a call and all of that, right? For example, if you are outreaching, and you have to understand that there is power in having self-respect for yourself. Sometimes you just have to walk away. Because when you walk away, you also set a precedent that you have better things to do, and you're just someone who has bigger goals than that client that who's saying no, no, leave me alone, and blocking you. Been blocked a lot of times, sadly. But that's just the point where I'm getting at. Stop being so desperate, because when you're being so desperate, it just shows that you aren't experienced. I mean, if you had a whole bunch of clients, if you were so good and you had a lot of clients, we wouldn't be chasing that one client who's saying, leave me alone, I don't want you back, or I don't want to work with you. This is just an example. The second step I stopped doing to start actually getting replies and feeling like a human being who's in desperate for clients and getting ignored 41,000 times, 41,000 rejections, 41. Okay, the list goes on. The second step is I stopped coming off as a sales pitch. So there are 2 ways of selling, right? Emotionally and logically. You can't sell with one only, you need both of them. You need to sell logically and emotionally. And when you come off as a sales pitch, when a prospect is seeing a copy pasted message from 100 people, the one that actually shows genuine care, that actually tries to understand them, is the one that he'll be more likely inclined to reply to. Because when you sound like everyone, you just don't look like you care. Even when I landed my first client, I sent him a Loom video, and the first email I sent to him was actually including a newsletter I rewrote for him, because I knew that I needed to stand out. And you need to stand out. You need to show that you care. And obviously, this depends from which person. Some people just want it to be straightforward. They don't want any stupid compliment, and then you're trying to switch it like bait and switch. So that's you need to show you that you care. Stop being like every other sales guy. So the third step is I started to actually care about the prospects I was reaching out to. I just didn't see them as a money thing, money grab. Like, I just didn't look at them like, oh, I'm just gonna pretend like I know copywriting, and then they reply to me, and I'll just name the highest price, and then it doesn't work like that at all. Especially when you're starting out, you're not gonna get a high paying client unless you're just one of God's favorite. Okay, God has no favorites. But yeah, you get my point. You started actually caring. And when you show you care, they'll be like, okay, this person is not likely to scam me because he cared. He gave me free value. He made a video showing his face, so he's definitely not gonna run or hide or anything. So just minimize the chances of you looking like a scam. Show your face, send a voice note, make something for free for them, post content on social media. That's why all the people who are killing it right now are all on social media. That's why they are all killing it, because they're just minimizing the chances of them looking like a scam. If someone came there with 3 followers and said, give me 3 grand, they're not gonna buy from you. But if someone has so much social proof, has been there, shows his face, gives free value, blah blah blah, you'll be most likely to talk to that person. And I started to actually care. Sometimes I would care too much and the rejections would be very painful, but I still do care. So you should care, right? So now we're going to the fourth step, right? Who you work with actually matters. it matters. Why does it matter? It matters because if you are working for someone who doesn't have a product, what can you sell? If you're working with someone that doesn't have traffic, how can you just write emails? Now you have to make content for them. Literally. Like there was a client who I came in as email marketer and I came in, he did not have traffic, he didn't have anything going on, and I had to hop on that. And I just wasted my time doing free things because he was not the ideal client. The reason why I'm also able to close deals every day from my clients is because my clients are worthy of being so easily, they're so valuable, like in the market. For instance, like a fitness coach, one of my clients, I can't name him, but you know him if you know me. His physique is good. He has a good physique, blah, 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 no homo. So every time I do appointment setting for him, he just sells himself because he has a good physique. So the thing is, who you work with matters. You can't work with a fat person who's selling a coaching program on how to be fit and have a six pack. Then you're outreaching for him or doing appointment setting, marketing a landing page, and then he's fat. Nobody's gonna buy from them. And if nobody's gonna buy from your client, you're also not gonna make money. So who you work with really matters. And that's it for this video. I wish I just could have understood that the reason why I'm not getting clients is because it's my fault and nobody else's. Even look at, for instance, these videos. For instance, I'm maybe not going to get like 100,000 videos, 100,000 followers, right? But the reason why that may not be the case, maybe because my accent sucks, maybe, for example, you know, maybe my title sucks, maybe my thumbnail sucks. So instead of blaming the market and thinking that, no, YouTube is just not for me, no, you're just not valuable to get 100,000 views in your video. When you're not getting clients, it's because you just don't deserve to have them. And you need to fix things, you need to change, you need to be valuable to be getting that thing. If God can see that you are doing the right things, you are trying to learn, you are implementing the things that you're learning, and you do perceive yourself as someone who deserves to get a high paying client, God will give you that blessing. Sometimes if he just sees that you will stumble if you have that blessing, you won't get it. I'm not going to pretend like I think my first client, when I got paid, I just flunked that the whole money, and I kept flunking out, just spending all of it. And if God just prolonged that process, maybe along that journey of me waiting, I would have, hey, I need to be more wise with my spending. But you still learn from you taking action. So if you're not getting clients, if you're sending 41,000 messages or emails like me, it's most likely because you just suck. I wish I could make it more flattery, but it's your fault. If this video doesn't get more than 1,000 views, it's my fault. I need to talk better. I need to title it better. I need to do better. I need to be worthy of someone getting 1,000 views. And that's just the point of this video. You need to be worthy of whatever you want. Instead of blaming other people, blame yourself. And I don't want this to be cliche, but subscribe and God bless you. Bye.